What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim. Going to be rocking a game on PTCGO today, and today I am playing the list that I think that I am going to play at the North American International Championships, Buzzgarb, with a peaking order, or peaking red pad, right? Not a peaking red pad. Oh my gosh, Buzzgarb with a peaking red card. Is, I think, what I may end up playing. Now, I've been experimenting with the last slot in Buzzgarb. I really like peaking red card because it allows you to end your opponent to 4, which is what you do almost every single game with Buzzgarb. And then it allows you to peek at your opponent's hand, see if you liked what their hand is. And if their hand is something like Field Blow or Sycamore, you could just peaking red card them and be like, no, shuffle, do it again. It also allows for some surprise plays when your opponent goes down to just a 3-card hand or a 2-card hand. If they're playing Zoroark and they just have a 2-card hand on the first turn of the game after they bridge it or play some cards down, then you could just go peeking red card turn 1 or turn 2, and all of a sudden now they have to shuffle draw 2, and maybe they were sitting on a Sycamore or something like that. If your opponent ever goes down to a 1-card hand, you can make them shuffle draw that as well. I really like peeking red card as a hand disruption card. I think it is better than red card right now. I think it's much better than red card right now. I think knowledge of your opponent's hand in a Garbodor deck is extremely good, because usually in a Garbodor deck you want to know, is it time to end my opponent? Is it time to play Cynthia or Sycamore, right? And you want to see if they're sitting on the Field Blower. You want to see if they have access to their abilities or a way to knock out your Buzzwole, something like that. So peeking red card could be good. Which is crazy because the card is like totally horrible or a meme or whatever. But I think in a deck that plays 4N and is, constantly ending its opponent to 4 or constantly ending its opponent to 2, I think that peeking red card could be good. It's like basically I read the card as, you end your opponent, and if they ripped exactly what they needed off the end, you could play peeking red card and make them do it again. And what I love about peeking red card as well is that if they have a bad hand, right, you get to just check, see that they have a bad hand, and keep it right there, which that kind of control is really amazing in a Garbodor deck. Garbodor decks don't usually have that kind of hand control as well, but the end factor with Beast Ring really amplifies the kind of hand control aspect of this Buzzgarb deck, and then peeking red card kind of just accentuates that just enough. So we are playing against our arch nemesis here. We are playing against the Necrozma Malamar deck. So I'm going to slap Beast Ring on this active with the hope of actually getting some damage in versus this guy. Then we are going to, put that Trubbish down, and we are also going to go get probably, our Sledgehammer guy. And then I'm going to Cynthia. So we are just fully anticipating this first Buzzwole here just biting the dust. Like, this thing is just going to, gonna hurt, my guys. So we are going to put damage on both of these EXs and GXs. My opponent, wants to get a turn 2 attack here. If they get a turn 2 attack, I actually don't mind that at all. They knock out a Buzzwole, but then I get to go Tapu Lele for N and then just end them to low. I can hit my Beast Rings. I could do a bunch of things. My opponent is Leleing for a Lily right now, which is interesting considering they had 2 cards in hand already. So I'm wondering, what 2 cards did they have in hand that they didn't want to get rid of? Just curious there, because usually when you see a Lele in a situation like that, you're going to see Lele for Cynthia, you're going to see Lele for Sycamore, something like that. But we saw Lele for Lily on turn 2. So that was kind of interesting here. So if my opponent's got they got 2 Psychic Energies in the discard pile. Looks like they're probably not even going to go in with their Necrozma GX. The Necrozma GX is the scariest one. It resists fighting. It can just Dark Flash over and over again without needing abilities. This guy doesn't really scare me all that much. Photon Geyser is fine. They have to discard every time they attack. So if I'm able to get up my Garbodor lock this next turn, I will be fine, because then I can I could just Sledgehammer over and over again. My opponent will not be able to attack me. So I think that potentially if my opponent had the knockout with this Dawn Wings, they should have taken the knockout with the Dawn Wings. But they don't have a knockout at all. They have nothing. So that was a surprise for sure. Now, I guess I could... No, I'm not going to Guzma or anything. All right, we're just going to go in here. Probably going to attach an energy here and just Cynthia. No point in playing my Lele's. No point in playing Guzma, really. I'm just going to try and get my Garbodor set up, which I did not. That's all fine, though. Let's just Nest Ball again. I don't really want to get anything in case I top deck a Lele or something. But we have to assume like an attack is coming shortly. So I could probably get this Buzzwole without worrying all too much. And then, yeah, we're just back in Jet Punch Town, guys. So that's just what we're doing here. Now, we probably hit... If we hit this guy again for 30, then we are doing 150. 150 plus 60 with Sledgehammer. That's a knockout if I hit this guy for 30. We're going to assume my opponent is like going all in with this Ultra Necrozma here. So we're going to assume that my opponent is probably trying to attack with Ultra Necrozma, which is definitely not what I suggest against Buzzwole Garbodor. But it looks like this is the path that they have chosen. They would have to find 2 other Psychic Energies to get in the discard pile and then attach from hand to get this Dawn Wings powered up. Dawn Wings is the guy. What's sketchy about this matchup is that your opponent can actually, if they go down in prizes, they can, the Moon's Eclipse GX. They could take like 4 prizes with a single Dawn Wings, and that is like turbo scary. That is just super. What? They didn't hit it. Oh my gosh. They just Cynthia'd and didn't hit it. So that is insane. I was not anticipating that. So that's fine. We're just going to attach another energy here. We appear to have all the time in the world, and we're just going to Jet Punch, and we're going to do 30 damage to that other Necrozma. This is no problem at all. I can easily just go in and clean this thing up. It's only got, what, 50 hit... No, not 50. It's got 70 hit points left. So that's fine. My opponent looks like they are pretty committed to this Ultra Necrozma, though, and that is just not a great attacker for this matchup. Whoo boy, that's, see, yep, they are playing the Parallel City as well. All right, so I shouldn't have put that Buzzwole GX down, but we kind of had to. I think that I have to bump that too, yeah. That didn't feel good. I think I have 1 Buzzwole left in deck now. That's fine. That's all I need, but things could go very poorly here if I cannot find a supporter or if I cannot find my last Buzzwole. Potentially should have considered bumping both Trubbish. I was, honestly, I think I was not anticipating the parallel there. I should have saved that Buzzwole, but I knew that my hand was dead, so I was trying to like thin my deck the most I could. But, oh boy, we can see here, we are just, we got 4 prizes lined up, like pretty easily. We're good to go. We take a couple prizes here. If my opponent has Guzma energy, that's bad for my Buzzwole GX here on the bench. We don't like that. I am going to need a supporter. Thank you. Yes, here we go. All right, so we're going to attach strong energy, not strong energy. We don't need a strong energy there. We're going to attach a Floatstone here as well, just to thin our deck. And then I think I'm going to save my strong. And we're going to Lily and see if we can actually draw. Yep, we got a Garbodor. Very good. And our last Buzzwole. Excellent. So I would like to get a B-string, please. That would be good. So let's try to get a B-string here. Can we get one? No, we can't. All right, denied. That's fine. Access denied. Totally cool. Let's get rid of this choice band here and go get ourselves a Garbodor, lock up these abilities, and then we're going to take 2 prizes, so that's fine, with Sledgehammer. And we just got to hope that my opponent does not have Guzma. Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be real bad. They have Guzma on my Buzzwole GX, the one with the 2 energy. That's all I had. I did not hit my Beast Ring there, so we did not get to accelerate on that one turn, but we did top deck that Lily, and you can see why I just like having extra supporters in this deck. I mean, this deck can definitely operate without supporters, don't get me wrong. This deck is very low maintenance. It just really needs to attach energy and get very little to continue going. But sometimes you can get yourself into a bind if you just can't draw enough cards on the turns, the key turns that you need to draw cards. That was one of those key turns. Ooh, my opponent's got that Beast Ring, so that is sweet. Very cool aspect of this deck is that you can play Beast Ring under Garbodor lock and get that energy acceleration even if you don't have Field Blower. So that's pretty neat. The real question is, do they have Energy Guzma? Do they have it? Are they rocking it? Are they going to knock out my Buzzwole? They've got Field Blower. Oh, they got the Beast Ring and the Field Blower. Talk about pain. That they got Sycamore. All right, so they're going to Field Blower. They're going to Sycamore. That's fine. I'm in for... Oh, goodness. This is bad. I need Beast Ring this turn. Like, period. I just need to top deck a Beast Ring. That's just what we need. I can knock out one of these things. I can knock out, probably going to knock out this Dawn Wings here. I'm going to knock out the Dawn Wings. Then I know I'm just getting return knocked out by this thing. And if I don't have a Beast Ring, it's just over. Like, I don't think that there's any way to win. We got a Lele. All right. So, yes, I would like to search for a supporter. Thank you for Field Blowing me. We need to go get a Beast Ring. How many energy do we got in deck? We got 4 energy in deck. Now, I could get myself a Sycamore. I think at this point, like, honestly, we've gotten this far. We could probably just go get a Sycamore. I don't need any of these things in my hand. I don't need that Guzma. I've got 3 Guzma left in deck, so we're going to get a Sycamore because it's that important that we hit Beast Ring this turn. And then our game-winning scenario is just, you know, a bunch of energy, you know, Beast Ring, energy Guzma. That's our win scenario. And we've got those cards in deck, so we need to hit Beast Ring right now. We do. All right, so we've got Beast Ring. We could play that, accelerate 2 energy onto this benched guy here. Then if I order pad for another Beast Ring, I'm in the clear. Yes. All right, so we get another one, and we go for the Beast Ring, and then we accelerate again to this benched Buzzwole. And we do that because I just need the 1. We do that because I should have maybe accelerated both. But we do that because we just need to have 2 Buzzwoles built up so that all I need is just Guzma to win on this Tapu Lele, and that's game. So we, yes, are going to lock abilities up one more time just to limit my opponent's options. And then we're just going for Guzma for game. So we got Absorption GX to knock out this active here. And just hope that my opponent doesn't have, like, N would be good. We don't really, I mean, the worst thing my opponent can do to me is N and Moon's Eclipse GX. Then I'm just like in an ultimate grinder situation. They end me to 2, make their active invincible. That's just horrible. But by the fact that they're already attaching the metal energy to the Mew there makes me think that they definitely don't have all of that. Yeah, they probably just have knockout on the active, in which case I just have game. They've already retreated. Usually retreating is like the last thing you do before you announce your attack. Yep, so there they go. Photon Geyser. We got game, guys. So cool stuff. Able to beat the Malamar deck, so that was pretty awesome. You guys see Buzzwole can easily just tee off, and, you know, very hard to kind of slow this train down. We didn't even need Garbodor. We just won this game with Buzzwole alone, really. Just 3 Buzzwole GXs trading with their GXs, and we're able to get there. So Buzzwole Garbodor, great deck. I think we didn't get to show off the Peaking Red card that game, but I do think the Peaking Red card is good and has potential, and it's still on the chopping block, so I don't know. But it's either that or like Counter Catcher are going to be my one of kind of funky cards in the Buzzwole Garbodor deck for Nationals. Going to show this off real quick. Very similar to Ian Robb's list, very similar to Christopher Szymanski's list, kind of the popular lists that are going around for Buzzwole Garbodor at this point in time. So anyways, thank you all for watching the video. Hope you all are having a great summer vacation. I guess not everyone has a summer vacation, but I hope you all are having a great summer. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell. Peace.